Hi, this is Charlie Wilson. You're watching SoulCulture TV. I've remained so relevant because of some of my famous nephews, such as Snoop Dogg and Justin Timberlake, Pharrell Williams, Jay-Z, Kanye West. I've been on some of the most incredible projects in the world of music. But I had to sort of stay sort of like who I am a bit, you know, for a while. I had to show everybody in America that you can still do R&B music and still be relevant, you know, and I'd have to work really hard. I had to work really hard, still have to work really hard, get up and do things that a lot of the other superstars that we know with really, really big names, they just don't really care to do. Me, on the other hand, I'm the engine, that little engine that could. So I get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, do radio interviews, and while they're sleeping, I'm gaining momentum. Kanye West has to be like one of the greatest hip hop producer / rappers that we have today. He knows how to get it done in any time that he wants to, and he can flip a switch in any way that he wants. This Yeezus album, I remember when they was calling for me to come to Paris to do the record, and they said he was calling his record I Am God, and so they was like, are you going to talk to that boy about that? I was like, as soon as I get to Paris. So when I got there, I picked him up, was shaking, he was, I said, what's wrong with you? You calling yourself a God? He said, God? He said, no, where's everybody getting that from? I have a song called I Am a God. I said, oh. And I said, and your album is not called I Am Jesus? He's like, he said, no, are you crazy? I'm not crazy. So everybody had it all wrong, and but his records are just incredible. I mean, like I say, he can flip a switch. I did maybe 3 or 4 songs with him to go on this project. He ended up with one, and I asked him why did he not put the other records. He said because they were gonna probably steal the show. And so he said we'll save them for something else because I know they would be more standout songs. And so he didn't want a record that had like just radio. He just wanted to do something, because he's a trendsetter, and trendsetters and to making sounds and having other things, and people come and follow to grab those sounds that he has and take off with them, and that's what he's really about. He's a trendsetter, and he wants to remain there. He just don't want to be like a radio hit maker and stuff like that, because people die out like that. But when you can set trends and come up with new technology, techniques and sounds and different things like that, when people follow that, that's good, you know. I think that's what he's reaching for. But I think he's an incredible guy, especially be around when we're doing music. He's wonderful and very kind, and it's cool, man. One of my greatest nephews. Right now, you know, like I like Rihanna. I love Rihanna. I love Beyonce. I love Trey Songz. I love Miguel. They're young, and they understand how to take care of the genre that they're in, you know. I mean, Rihanna's a beast. She's a beast, and so is Beyonce, is a beast at the craft, their craft. And I take my hat off to both of them women. They're incredible, and I love seeing them live. And I always talk to some of those male guys, some of the male artists, the younger ones there. I try to keep them, making them wear a suit. Quit sagging so much, you know, you put a suit and tie on. Because, I mean, people, especially women that's in the audience, if they're looking at a young guy, he's in his 20s, I mean, they want to, he's handsome, and they don't want to see half his ass showing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, wear a suit and tie, be luxurious, because you're looking at a beautiful woman out there who's looking at a very, very handsome guy. And so they both go hand in hand. So, plus you putting on a show, it's incredible. I mean, it just makes the show better. I mean, rappers, not all of them, but most of them sag out, you know, and some crazy stuff. I mean, that's a different kind of a swag. But R&B, pop singers, wear a suit and tie, and stand up like a man. Well, I just think that anytime I can get a chance to talk to men that's over 30 years old or 40 years old or whatever, I just think that it's important for me, because I'm a prostate cancer survivor right now. I think it's important for me to share a little of knowledge, since I have them right there, whether they're drunk or whether they're high or whether they're just having a good time. I just give them a little bit and then let them understand, hey man, this is something you need to take care of, and you need to tell your nephews, because when they're 20, they don't think that this appears to them. It don't belong to them, this conversation, but it does, because you, just like you're 20, if you live to be 40, you're gonna be 40. See, so you need to have this understanding and this knowledge, so when you get a little bit older, you can know what you're getting ready to deal with, and not try to figure out what's wrong with me. You go to the doctor, what's going on? But if you already would have had the knowledge, you'd have been knowing what you needed to do when you got to a certain age. That's all. I'm just trying to keep that knowledge.